Imagine saving your own child's life with your blood, but instead of being thanked, you're blamed, humiliated, and replaced. This is the story of a woman who sacrificed everything for her family, only to discover that the people she loved the most were the ones who hurt her the deepest. At the beginning of our story, we meet a brilliant pediatrician, known for her calm personality and exceptional medical skills. In the hospital, parents trust her completely with their children. She's patient, kind, and always puts others first. But outside the hospital, her personal life is the complete opposite. Her marriage is cold. Her husband treats her more like an obligation than a partner, and his former lover still holds a powerful influence over their home. Despite all this, she endures everything quietly. Why? Because she holds on to the hope that if she just keeps sacrificing, her family will eventually accept and love her. At home, she dedicates herself to the child, treating him as her entire world. She stays up through sleepless nights when he's sick, perfectly balancing her demanding job with her family responsibilities. And she never once complains. Even when she's disrespected and belittled, she chooses to keep the peace rather than start a conflict. But the more she gives, the more invisible she becomes. No one ever thanks her. No one notices her exhaustion or her effort. She's treated like someone who is easily replaceable, a background character in her own life. Then one day, the unthinkable happens. The child suddenly becomes critically ill. His condition is life-threatening, and doctors urgently need a blood donor to save him. Without a single moment of hesitation, she steps forward. She donates her own blood, risking her own health just to keep him alive. In that critical moment, she isn't thinking about getting appreciation or thanks. Her only thought, her only prayer, is for the child to survive. Un, y dos. Thanks to her, his life is saved. But what happens next is not a celebration of her selfless act. Instead of gratitude, something utterly shocking unfolds. Another woman, her husband's former lover, steps in and takes all the credit. She is publicly praised as the hero who saved the child's life. The entire family gathers around this woman, thanking her profusely for her bravery. Meanwhile, the real person who saved the child is completely ignored, pushed to the side as if she did nothing at all. Even worse, vicious rumors begin to spread, whispered by the very people she called family, suggesting that she was somehow responsible for the child's illness in the first place. Imagine that paying Sabine a life only to be treated like the villain. This moment becomes her emotional breaking point. From there, things escalate with brutal speed. She is openly blamed for medical decisions she never made. She is humiliated in front of friends and colleagues. Years of her loyalty, her devotion, and her silent sacrifices are completely erased in a single, cruel moment of betrayal. And for the first time, she finally sees a painful, undeniable truth. No matter how much she gives, no matter how much she sacrifices, it will never be enough for them. She will never be good enough in their eyes. But instead of fighting, shouting, or begging for them to understand, she does something completely unexpected. She chooses silence. She quietly files for divorce. There is no dramatic confrontation, no tearful, emotional speech, just a calm, resolute decision to walk away from the life that was slowly destroying her. And that quiet decision sends shockwaves through the family, because in her absence, they suddenly and finally begin to realize just how much they depended on her quiet strength, her steady presence, and her unending support. After leaving that toxic environment, her life begins to transform. She throws herself back into a career, and her passion for medicine is real. Her confidence, once crushed, begins to return stronger than ever. People around her finally start to see her for who she truly is: a brilliant, capable, and compassionate woman. It's during this time that she meets a powerful and wealthy man. But unlike her ex-husband, This man sees her value from the very beginning. He respects her. He listens to her. He supports her ambitions. For the first time in a very long time, she is treated as an equal, a true partner. Their relationship grows naturally, built on a foundation of mutual trust and admiration. Eventually, they get married, and her social status skyrockets overnight, placing her in a world she never imagined. Just when her new life seems stable and happy, a shocking secret from the past comes to light, changing everything once again. She discovers that the child she had been raising all those years was not her biological child. Years ago, there had been a terrible mistake at the hospital. Her real child had been switched at birth. Fate, in its mysterious way, finally reunites her with her true son. This time, the connection is immediate and undeniable. There is genuine love, instant acceptance, and a deep, natural bond. There is no rejection, no manipulation, no need to earn his affection. It's a pure, effortless love that was meant to exist from the very beginning. Meanwhile, her ex-husband's life begins to crumble. Without her steady hand to guide the household, everything falls into chaos and instability. The former lover's web of lies slowly starts to unravel, and the truth about who truly sacrificed for the family, who really saved the child's life, is finally revealed to everyone. A deep, gnawing regret begins to grow in her ex-husband and his family. They see the truth, but by then, it's far too late. She is already gone. In the final moments of the story, the very same people who once humiliated her finally understand her true worth. They try to come back, they try to apologize, they beg for her forgiveness. But she is no longer the woman who desperately needed their approval. She has built a new life for herself. She has a loving, respectful partner by her side, and most importantly, she has her real child with her. She has found her peace, and she realizes that sometimes the greatest revenge isn't revenge at all. It's simply living well and happily without the people who once broke you. This story is a powerful reminder that kindness should never be mistaken for weakness. It shows us that the person who sacrifices the most is often the one who is taken for granted the most. And sometimes, losing someone is the only way people can finally realize their true value. If you enjoy emotional stories about betrayal, second chances, and powerful comebacks, make sure you subscribe for more full drama because the next story we're covering shows what happens when a hidden identity is revealed and changes everything overnight. Thanks for watching.